Another incident of brutal violence against women in India as a 30-year-old American woman was gang raped near a popular tourist destination, according to police. It is Tuesday, June 4th. This is Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. Here with the story is where exactly did this incident occur and what were the circumstances behind it?
This incident happened early this morning in Manali, which is a popular tourist destination in the north of India. And police officials say that a 30-year-old American tourist was offered a lift back to her hotel, which is in the northwestern part of the town, by three men who allegedly raped her and dumped her along a highway in the town. And she was found by patrolmen later that night, and it was only at about 4:30 this morning that police officials registered a case of rape and kidnapping against three men who are currently absconding.
Pratika, what do you know so far about the condition of this young woman, and have there been any arrests made yet in this case?
No arrests have been made so far. Police this evening detained a few men who they suspected of committing the crime, but they've been set off free. The woman was hospitalized and a medical report did confirm rape, but she isn't critical. She's conscious, and she has been in touch with officials at the U.S. Embassy in New Delhi.
Okay, now concerns obviously over women's safety have been escalating in India, in particular after the savage rape and then ultimate death of a student on a bus last December. There have been other incidents against other tourists, British, I believe Swiss as well. Tell us about what has happened since then.
It's a watershed moment for India, really, after the gang rape in December, which we saw a 39-year-old Swiss tourist filing a gang rape complaint in another popular tourist destination in the central state of Madhya Pradesh. Just a few weeks after, a British tourist complained that the owner of the hotel where she was staying was trying to harass her, and she had to actually jump out of the hotel window to save herself. So really, I mean, it's a reflection of, these incidents cast serious doubts on India's ability to handle cases of sexual assaults, particularly in the wake of the gang rape in December. And
yes, and I also know that to that point that you're making right there, that the U.S. as well as I believe British, the U.K. have issued warnings specifically to women, cautioning them not to travel alone in India. And Pratika, from your sort of reporting and just knowledge being on the ground, now we're looking right there at the U.S. travel advisory for people traveling to India. From your point of view on the ground there, can you feel a definitive shift or decline in the number of tourists coming into India at this point?
Certainly. I mean, the question that tourists are really asking is India really safe? And we've seen a drastic slump in numbers as far as tourism is concerned. There was a recent survey which said that, tourism has dropped at least 35% compared to what it was last year. And this is particularly coming from female travelers. They're all scared to travel to India. Countries like the US and the UK have issued travel advisories saying that, India is not safe and don't talk to strangers and, exercise caution whenever you do go out or whoever you speak to. So there is definitely concern, as far as the tourism industry goes, and it's really showing in the numbers. They've come down drastically.
U.S. as well as I believe British, the U.K. have issued warnings specifically to women, cautioning them not to travel alone in India.
Made exactly because the grounds given here was that India was a rape capital of the world. Therefore, admission was refused. India was a rape capital of the world. India was a rape capital of the world.
The Indian government launched an ad campaign titled I Respect Women, fearing the country's lucrative tourism industry could be at risk. But as the latest alleged attack shows, women in India continue to be targets of sexual assault.
This means I immediately put the sex in his eyes. We have the best culture. In our culture, there is no place for a woman.
She should not go in night hours with her boyfriend.
यदि मेरी बेटी या मेरी बहन शादी से पूर्व संबंधों को प्राथमिकता दे या शादी से पूर्व अपने चाल चरित्र और चेहरे को खराब करे और अपने चरित्रहीनता पर जा रहे, तो मैं ऐसी बहन और बेटी को निश्चित तौर पर अपने फार्म हाउस में खड़ा करके अपने परिवार, सभी परिवार वालों के सामने पेट्रोल डाल के उसमें आग लगा देने की हिम्मत रखता हूँ, जज्बा रखता हूँ.
This is my stand. I am still today stand on that reply.
And brutally assaulting a woman near a salon in a posh Ahmedabad neighborhood has prompted the police to register a case of sexual harassment and violently causing hurt. The police have reached out to the woman who is from the northeast.
Some issue that spa owner has raised a certain question about her and one other co-worker. So because of the co-worker, they both have fighted. There have been a roughly argument between both of them, and then after she was beaten by the spa owner. It was, according to her, this was the person has also asked for the apology, and that's why she didn't give the complaint at that time. But police has requested her to give the complaint, so that's why she has filed the complaint right now. And now police is searching for the spa owner Mohsin, and he will be arrested soon.
नहीं तो ये रियली बहुत ज़्यादा ये मतलब गंभीर बात है और इसमें तो मुझे लगता है कि इंडियन एम्बेसी को भी इन्वॉल्व होना चाहिए क्योंकि भाई ऐसे तो हमारे रिलेशन अच्छे नहीं हो सकते ना, जबकि हम तो इंडिया में बैठ के ये मानते हैं कि इंडिया और साउथ कोरिया के रिलेशन बड़े अच्छे हैं, दोनों एक दूसरे का ख्याल रखते हैं, वहाँ के लोग एक दूसरे से मिलते जुलते हैं और मैंने कई सारे साउथ कोरियन चैनल्स भी देखे हैं जहाँ पे इंडिया को लेके बड़ी अच्छी पॉजिटिव बातें कही जाती हैं, इंडियंस के बारे में बड़ा पॉजिटिव कहा जाता है, लेकिन उसके बाद भी इस तरह का बिहेवियर ये तो मतलब ये बर्दाश्त करने वाला नहीं है और इसको तो अपोज भी करना चाहिए, इसको सामने भी लाना चाहिए और इस पर कोई ना कोई एक्शन जरूर लेना चाहिए.
सर एग्जैक्टली
It was very painful, very painful. It was very painful, very painful. It was very painful, very painful. It was very painful, very painful.
नहीं तो ये रियली बहुत ज़्यादा ये मतलब गंभीर बात है और इसमें तो मुझे लगता है कि इंडियन एम्बेसी को भी इन्वॉल्व होना चाहिए क्योंकि भाई ऐसे तो हमारे रिलेशन अच्छे नहीं हो सकते ना जबकि हम तो इंडिया में बैठ के ये मानते हैं कि इंडिया और साउथ कोरिया के रिलेशन बड़े अच्छे हैं, दोनों एक दूसरे का ख्याल रखते हैं, वहाँ के लोग एक दूसरे से मिलते-जुलते हैं और मैंने कई सारे साउथ कोरियन चैनल्स भी देखे हैं जहाँ पे इंडिया को लेके बड़ी अच्छी पॉजिटिव बातें कही जाती हैं, इंडियंस के बारे में बड़ा पॉजिटिव कहा जाता है। लेकिन उसके बाद भी इस तरह का बिहेवियर ये तो मतलब ये बर्दाश्त करने वाला नहीं है और इसको तो अपोज़ भी करना चाहिए, इसको सामने भी लाना चाहिए और इस पर कोई ना कोई एक्शन ज़रूर लेना चाहिए।
सर एग्जैक्टली ये
What is the most racist country ever? First we have Philippines with a racist rate of 31%. Next is Libya, 54% of people don't want other races. Followed by Bahrain with 31% racism. Lebanon is on number 2 with a score of 36%. And the most racist country in the world is India with a total score of 43% people who don't want other races.